Share my screen. So you guys can see my screen. And... oh, wait, did I open the wrong one up? Whoops, yeah, wrong one. Okay, welcome back to PyCamp Class 6. We're very close to the end of the 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So today's schedule, the agenda. So we'll be having the beginning of class, and then we'll review last week's class homework. Just last week's class, then we'll do homework pickouts, and we'll be learning if and else. Then we'll take a small break, and then we'll continue learning if and else. Then we'll be learning functions and practice pickouts, homework instructions, and this class is actually, we're gonna have like 15 minutes at the end for just fun time, I guess. Because many students asked me, like in the message, can we have like a fun time with Kahoots and stuff? And I said, sure, so. And then the end of class. Last week, what did we learn? Anyone? We learned a lot of stuff last week. Okay, I think I should pick on people now. Jörg? Yes?
I think you learned for loops.
Yeah, we learned for loops. Shmita, you got anything to say?
We did the review thing.
Yes, we reviewed what we learned so far, and we also did a multi-collab REPL. Can anyone say something we learned about for loops? Atara? Oh, he can't unmute. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, we learned about loops and range. That's good. Now let's go back to homework pickout. Anyone volunteer to share the homework? Anyone? I'm sorry, I can't see the chat that much. So you can just raise your hand and I can then see. Okay, I don't think anyone's volunteering, so I'll just open up the homework and provide info to it. Okay, so class 5's homework was briefly describing for loops. So for loops is the way you can do one thing multiple times, an innumerable number of times. It's also, for levels of for loops, you can do
infinite levels, but it's usually as much as a repo.it can handle. If you do it a little like 10 or like if you go over 15, repo is gonna it can do it, but it will take a long time for the repo to load. What are the requirements of the variable defined in a for loop? It cannot already be defined because a for loop is when it's when you're defining a variable. So if you set x to 5 and then you did for x in range, it won't work because it cannot already have a definition. So coding, let's do this. Print the string. Yeah. So yeah, okay. Sorry, my mic was going out. So print the string Python is called 5 times, and then for this use a level 1 for loop. Then print the string Python is the best 20 times, and for this use a level 2 for loop. So make sure to. It looks like people are putting snips inside here. I don't know why that's happening, but I don't see anything in the snip. So I'm just gonna type it out right now. So let me just go and make a new repo. PyCamp. Okay. So first it says to print Python is cool 5 times in a level 1 for loop. So a level 1 for loop is just one for loop. So I'll just do the variable x in range. Then you have to have the parentheses obviously in 5 because I want to do it 5 times. And then what do I print? Python is cool. So basically print Python is cool. Sorry, I forgot the string value. And it should print Python is cool 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So now I have to print Python is the best 20 times and use a level 2 for loop. So for me, I'm just gonna do a 10 by 2 for loop. Or 5 by 4. I'll do 5 by 4 actually. I can do x again because this is outside of the for loop. So I can use the x again. I do this 20, right? So 5 by 4. 5. And then I do another one. 4. But this one I can't do x, so I do y in range. And then I do it by 4. And now I can print Python is the best. Now this should print 20 times. 1 sec. Let me just put it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's 20. 20 times. So now that we that's just a quick explanation. It was easy actually. It was just to test that you guys knew how it exactly worked. So any questions on this? Wow. I don't know if you guys are having problems with your mics. No one's unmuting that much.
No questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So now let's learn if or else. So let me just make another new repo. Classics classwork. Okay. So, if or else. How many of you guys know what if or else is already? Just raise your hand.
What was the question?
How many of you already know what if or else is? It doesn't have to be for Python, like any other language. Okay, Ashmita, can you say what if or else basically does?
If you want a piece of code to run only if something something is happening,
Yeah.
runs.
So it's basically it only runs code. It runs a piece of code if something happens, or if that doesn't happen. It can also be like if that happens and this happens, or even if that doesn't happen but this happens.
And there's actually three: if, else, and elif.
Yeah, if, else, and elif. And in each if, you can have two objects. If something and something happens. So let me show you first if or else. We'll start off with if. So let's do it. If first let's set a variable called x. If x equals, so in this, in if statements, it has to be equal because it's comparison. If statements, note this down on your operator checklist, is a type of operator. Well, if statements contain a type of operator, this is a comparison operator. Equal is a comparison operator. It basically means equal to. So x equals 5. If x is equal to 5, print, I don't know. Yay! So that's if. So it should be printing yay. So how about we set x to an input. Now it's only if I enter 5 it prints what? Oh wait, it has to equal string of 5, right? No, input. You have to set it to int of input because an input always registers as an string, remember? So if x equals 5, it prints yay. If I print 10, it doesn't do anything. So if you want it to do something, if it's not equal to 5, you can do else. And then it would print no, boo. So right now, x equals 12. That doesn't work. X equals 5. Yay. So you know how useful this can be? You could use this for like passwords to your program. Like a person has to enter a password to achieve something, to like be able to see data. I've used this multiple times. Like for once, I made an so many of you guys saw the Among Us simulator and asked me questions on that, and I didn't actually explain it because I was waiting for this chance to explain it. So I actually, for the Among Us simulator, at the end, so me and my friends, we play reality Among Us, me and my neighbors, like we just get together and play Among Us in real life. It's really exciting. So for that, I made the Among Us role generator so that because in the online game it automatically picks if you're an imposter or crewmate. But here, how do we do that without knowing who each other is? So I made like a role generator, and then after that I set a password scenario so that they could see like only if you knew the password. So it gives a password when you're the imposter. So only the imposter can see who the other people are. So at the end of the game, if people were having questions like, no, but I got imposter, but I also got imposter, then they could go and see what was the original list and who got imposter, so that there wouldn't be any confusions and people wouldn't blame each other. Okay, that was kind of a tangent. Anyways, so this is for if or else. What's elif? If x equals 5, but you print a. Elif, let's say, elif x equals 10. I need spaces. X equals 10. Then it prints, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't care that much if x equals 10. If it's none of that, then it prints boo, because, yeah. So let's say 5. Yay, that's good. If it's 10, whatever. If it's, I don't know, 2,345, boo. So why don't we do this in a way that makes sense? So if x equals, so you can use this a lot for like many programs. Like if the user inputs a specific answer, like if you ask them a yes or no question, and if they input yes, so you can set it to string. If x equals yes, print yay. If x equals no, print whatever, like that. So I don't know. Let's think of something. I was having some problems with my comp. Okay, so
wait a minute. So your line 7 is ELIF, else, and that means else if?
yeah, elif means else plus if.
So it's like 2 ifs. You have this if it's not that one, then you check, oh, else if it's this if, and then if it's neither of those, then you print boo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Basically.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So maybe we could do, let's say, did you like this program, basically? So first we could ask them an input. Wait, let me remove the int because that's gonna confuse things. We could ask them an input that says, do you like this program? Then give a space because it looks better. And then if it is y, wait, we should probably tell them to do y or no. Yes or no. And then we print yay, they like the program. But if it's n, we'll be aw, like that. And then after an elif, you don't need an else. Basically, you don't even need an else unless you just want to minimize your coding. Do you like this program? Yes. Yay! But if they say no, aw, wait, oh, there's an any? That's not supposed to be. So, do you guys kind of get what we use if and else for and how we use it?
Yeah.
Any questions on if and else?
I think I got it.
Okay. So now let's look at a more broad spectrum of if and else. So instead of just using inputs, you can set variables, as I said earlier. So in if and else, you can do it with basically strings. integers, floats, data types, basically. You can also take it from a list instead of just having input. You guys know x, you can set x to, let me make a list called, I don't know, red. A list called red, and then the list contains fire truck, then apple, and then let me think, something, I don't know. My science notebook. Then you could retrieve a value from the list. X equals red 1. And if x equals fire truck, equal basically, fire truck, print. So also a side note, it's basically like for loops, you have to tab the next line. Print, yay, I love trucks. I wish it was a fire truck. Like that, you don't need inputs. You can take from a list. Wait. Yeah. Because this won't work because it's Apple right now. What about if it's actually the fire truck? Yay, he loves trucks. So, any questions on lists and how we can like use them basically?
No, but can you just show that again, show your program again a little bit more? Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, just tell me when you're done.
Thanks, I'm done.
Okay. So now so the final test at week 7 will be including all of these. So the final test is actually going to be next week because I want to see them on week 8, and week 8 can be like a carefree week. Like we see each other's programs, basically like a final week, you know. So this week we're going to learn all the remaining stuff. Like almost all. So now that we quickly breezed over if or else statement. Wait, let me keep that actually. Why did I do that? We kind of breezed over if or else statements. Let's just. Oh, the agenda had stuff, but I think we can do more than that, in fact, today. So after if and else, let's just do what else is on the agenda. Functions. Functions. Beautiful functions. So there's 2 types of functions. One is a function that you make. Another is a built-in function. Like a built-in function could be like length of list is a built-in function. Like list.append, all of that, it's built-in functions. Like that's already there. But you can define a function. So let's say if you want to code easier, instead of having to do one thing multiple times or like using, because for loops it does it the thing multiple times, but you can't do it like a break after a break. You get what I'm saying? So let's say you print happy, and then you do a few lines of code like I'm running out of words right now actually. But after you do these few lines of code, you want to print happy again. Instead of having to type out print happy, I mean, it's not that much typing out, but eventually you're going to have long lines of code that take a lot of typing. So you're not going to want to type all those out again. Or even copy and pasting takes a little time. To make your program look neater, you can do this print happy thing into a function. So let me make a function called happy print. This is how you define a function. You do def, D-E-F, and then you do define happy print. You do a tab, obviously, and then you can do print happy in that. So now you can call this function whenever you want. So let's see. I'm doing stuff. I don't know. I'm printing random stuff. Red. And then I just want to print happy. I can just do happy print. I can type out function, and report.it customizes it for you, and it shows you that you have a function called happy print. So if you can just press enter, it automatically fills it in for you. And then this calls the function and it prints happy. Wow. You can also have functions with like numbers. Like let's say define happy print I. So now you can do print happy plus I. So now I can do happy print 2. Now it's probably going to print nothing because it has to be a string. Of course it has to be a string. String of I. There, that's fixed. Now happy 2. Now I could do happy print 6, I guess. Happy 6. Basically like that. So you can use I, the def of happy print I, to print happy a certain amount of times also. Let's see that. You can put a for loop inside a function. For I in range. No, X in range. Because X is my favorite. Range. Wait, I have to do I, right? Yeah. I keep forgetting that. Yeah. And then it prints happy 6 times. So now I can print happy 7 times using this function. So any questions on functions?
Could you go back to the REPL?
Yeah.
I didn't catch the last part.
So you can have all the stuff you code in a function. You can have a function in a function, kind of like an if loop in an if loop. And I mean an if or else in an if or else. But if you do too much, your REPL's gonna take a long time to load. Like that biryani box project I showed you guys, it takes 3 minutes to load. Just get started and load. But as you guys know, repo.it, you can't code on it forever. I haven't touched repo.it in a long time. The best code editor I recommend will be Microsoft Visual Studio. But I can send you guys the links to download it and stuff. Maybe if you guys just contact me. Then again, after the 8 weeks, I'm going to be teaching more classes, like actual one-on-one classes. So if you guys want to join those, we'll be learning a lot more, like actual official problem sets and stuff. Like I'll give you guys problems to practice, and we'll work on them together by learning those problems, instead of me just plainly teaching you guys stuff. So, just tell me when you're done with this.
I'm done.
Okay. So, anyone else have any questions on functions?
I wrote the same code as you, but then on REPL, but then it gives me an error. So I don't know what's going on.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
I'll stop sharing so that you can share.
I did exactly the same thing as you did.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's giving me an error for some reason.
I think that's because in the for x you also made it an integer.
You have no, you don't need an integer.
Oh,
You
So-
did int of input. You just did that mistake. Yeah.
so I don't need that?
Yeah, you don't. That's only if you like have an int. That's you only need that if x equals 1 or if x equals 2, like in the if statement,
Okay.
because it automatically sends it.
Wait, do I need like two equations, equal signs or something for this?
No, you don't, because you're setting a variable.
But it still
I
gives
The
error.
problem is for the if statements you've made an indent and you don't.
Guys, just wait. I'll help him out. So yeah, Yug was in the middle of saying it. I shouldn't have interrupted it. You did an indent, an unnecessary indent.
Where is it?
Yeah, it says unexpected indent in the program, so the report it also helps you out.
Oh, so now is it good? There's,
And the elif.
oh yeah. Okay, thanks. It works now.
Another side note to everyone who came. There's a lot of people asking me that I want the recording, and the recording's there. Also, you guys shouldn't depend on the recording. The recording's only there if you didn't attend class, basically. I'm not saying this to everyone, but just a few people are saying that they need the recording to understand the program and the homework. That shouldn't be happening. Okay, anyone else got questions on the happy print? I mean, functions? Okay, we've only took 30 minutes of class. I mean, 1 hour of class time. Wait, no, 30 minutes of class time. That's really good. We're on time. 40 minutes of class time and we already learned 2 of the things I had planned for. So obviously, there's a lot more to learn.
Also, it's giving me an error as well.
Can you share your screen? I'll walk you through
Sure.
it.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna do some of the stuff I planned for next week, this week actually. Because next week I'm planning on assigning the big project next week itself. Oh, are you on your phone? Oh, never mind. Now it loaded. Okay. Okay. Where's the form? Happy print A. You said to print happy print A. Isn't that I? Because you defined happy print as I, but then you did happy print A.
Okay. Wait, so what does the I do?
The I is just for like, you can print whatever you want. You don't even need the I. But if you want to have like a value inside it, basically.
Okay.
Wait a sec. Why is it not working? Can you just do run first?
Okay. It's very slow, I think.
It shouldn't be this slow though.
Yeah.
I think you should click on the code, do Control C on every code, and then just reload the page.
Oh.
Like reloading time. You're using Microsoft Edge. I also use Microsoft Edge and it doesn't take this much time. That's weird. Name I is not defined. That's not supposed to happen. Wait, what page is what line? Okay. You defined happy print. Does it say I up there? Okay, how about you try with X? Maybe I is the problem right now.
Do I have to change X for every time it says I?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
there's something wrong with the program right now. No. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to put X there. Like in the happy print. Like no. Like line 7.
Okay. Oops. Oh, what's happening? Okay. There.
You have to put how many times you want to. No. Keep I back and keep X back there.
Oh, okay. X.
On line 7, change it to a number
Okay.
or a string, like basically. But I recommend you change it to a number. So then it will print happy, and then the number you decide. Happy 7.
7.
Happy 7. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Any questions? Okay, it looks like no one else has any questions. So, since we have long time left, I'm gonna move on to something else I was planning on us learning. Oh, just give me a second. I'm gonna pull that up. It's still loading. Can you guys see my screen? Let me just see. Like, you can see my screen.
I
Right?
can't. No.
Oh, that's weird. One sec. Let me try resharing it. Oh, my computer is being very laggy at this moment. Also, I have a question. Many people are saying they can't see the recordings anymore. You guys can see the recordings, right? Like, can anyone see the recordings so far for every week? Is no one able to see the recordings?
I haven't checked that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't tried in a while. I mean, since the first one that I missed.
I mean, that's actually good. It's good that you haven't tried because that means you guys are paying attention in class. But some people say they can't see it, and I'm having to send it to them every time. That's weird. One sec, let me pull up what we were gonna do. So we did basics, variable, printing. Did we do Boolean? I think we did, yeah. Alright. Wow. That's so weird. We did more than I expected us to do. Okay, so we could do file handling, but that's gonna take way more time. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking this through. Okay, so I'm thinking we can start off with file handling today. Does anyone know what file handling is? Okay, I don't think anyone knows what file handling is yet. That's good, actually.
No.
Say it
Okay.
again. How do you spell it?
FILE handling. File handling. Like
Okay.
Windows
No idea.
Explorer. Yeah,
Go.
Windows Explorer files, except this one we're using Ruffle.it, so it's kind of different. So I've changed up the agenda for next week a lot now because we went a lot quicker this week than I expected us to. So I've changed up the agenda for next week. Next week we're not gonna learn as much, but obviously we'll be learning, but we're not gonna be learning anything new. We'll be developing on what we learned by doing a tournament basically. It's gonna be like a tournament, but not like a competitive tournament.
Sorry, I'm late.
Wait, don't we have to test tomorrow? I mean, next week?
No, the test is basically like homework.
Sorry,
It's like
I'm late. I'm late. Sorry.
it's okay. So the first 1 hour.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Asalan. Okay, back to what I was saying. The first 1 hour, we'll be doing like a tournament-based thing, not competitive, just learning tournament. We'll be doing problem by problem by problem. Like problem, I don't mean like questions. I'll give you guys like short questions, and you guys will be doing like coding to answer those questions. They'll be kind of small, and each person, if you guys have questions, you'll be asking me, and then I'll pick on a few people. Like this will be in class questions, like few people who want to share after each question, and then after the first 1 hour of those, we'll be also. I'll give you guys instructions on the big project, and then week 8 will be totally different. It will be like uh, a closing week, basically, like full of questions, and it will also be a big week because it will be announcing the one-on-one actual classes. Like you could call this as like a beginning, like a test, a sample of what's actually gonna be after these 8 weeks. I mean 8 classes. So this is just like a test, a sample. Yeah. So the 8 week will be a closing thing, and the 8 week might just be 1 hour long actually. We'll see about that. But then I'll be talking about one-on-one classes. I'll give you guys info about just payment and stuff. So right now let's review file handling, and yeah. Any questions on what I just said? I'm pretty sure it was a lot to take in. I'm just gonna say it. It's not a test. It's a project. That's a better way to describe it. A project. It's not like a test type thing. Like a school project.
Wait, are you giving it this week for homework or something?
No. Next week homework.
Okay.
This week homework, it's just gonna be normal homework of what we learned.
Okay.
So right now, let's learn file handling. I'm just giving you guys like hints of what's happening next week and like the last week, so that you guys can come prepared, like with all the necessary requirements. Like what you need next week is you should practice almost everything you learned because it's like a tournament type of scenario. So two major things that are coming up is the tournament, the final project, which will be talked about next week. So just prepare everything you learned. That's all. So yeah, let me teach you guys file handling, and then yeah, I'll also be putting an announcement in general about tournament week next week, and then like basically what will happen on 7th week and 8th week, basically. for people who missed and people who just want to see it again, details. So you guys can see my screen right now, right?
Nope.
No.
Now?
It's
No.
loading.
I
It's
can
loading.
see now. I can see now.
Okay. File handling. I did not prepare to teach this much today, but I can manage. You never need preparations when you know something. Okay, file handling. So we before we do any of this, we need to make a new file. Making a new file has nothing to do with the actual coding part. Making a new file, this is how you make a new file in REPL. When you use other apps, you should go and see like YouTube tutorials on how to make files in those apps. But in REPL, it's just add file. Literally, that button right there.
Wait, that's it? That only one button?
Yeah, one button, and then you just name the file. But wait, but naming it also has a thing. You can name it whatever you want, numbers, symbols, no one cares. But after you name it, like I'm gonna name mine, this is a file. Actually, I'm gonna make it shorter. Python. .txt. You have to add .txt after you name like whatever your name is. So this is the file, python.txt. In the file, you can put whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Python code because it treats everything as text. That's something I don't know. I'm just putting random stuff at this point. Let me make it so I'm gonna actually not rename. I'm renaming it to grocery list. I have a grocery list. So on the list, I have to get apples. No, let me do it like 7 apples. 2 no. Dozen eggs. No, I'll just do apples, eggs, flour, I don't know, baking soda, oven mitts, cream, no, whipped cream. Basically, some of the essentials for making apple pie. So let's go here. So now, first thing we have to do with a file is open it. So we have to make a variable. I'm gonna call it F because that's basically what I do for files, because F for file, it's the common thing. And then you do open, and then you have to do it as a string. You don't just type in the file name. This file name is a string itself. So you do grocery list dot text. And you close the parentheses. So first you open it. Now the file is set to a variable called f. So now f has multiple functions now. One sec. F dot. Something's happening. What just happened? Oh no, I'm having problems again. There, now it should work. Okay, yeah, it works. That's good. So now you can do a print thing, and then you can print. There's multiple functions to the file. It won't show options of what you can do because this is a custom file and REPL isn't that advanced. That's why I recommend Microsoft Visual Studio Coding, but yeah, we're using REPL because it's free. So first let's print f dot. So first thing, one of the basic ones is to print the entire thing. F dot read. That you need parentheses after read, obviously, and that just reads the entire thing. That's the entire thing. Then if you try f dot read 0, it prints nothing. because it's nothing, literally nothing there. F.read 1, because this isn't like a list. The first value is 1, basically. So F.read 1 is A. Then what about F.read 2 is P, right? Except no, it prints both the values. So if you do F.read, how many characters are in the word apples? 6 characters. So if you print F.read 6, it prints the first 6 values. Apples. It prints apples. So what if you just want to print the second value in the list? What do you think we do? Let me show you the list so that you guys can get an idea. Oh, wait, let's see what happens when you print 7. It doesn't do anything. You have to print 8 in order for that to happen because it's a new line. So what about 6:8? Nothing happens because it's an invalid syntax. What about -8? It prints the entire thing because it's from a negative. So there's a better way if you want to print just the second value. Anyone know what that is? Just give me a guess.
It gives an error, I guess, if you don't put anything in there.
But can you guess how we can print just the second value?
Do we need to like skip something?
Yes, but skipping only works when you're trying to take
Some kind of function, then like do for or something, I guess.
Yeah, the thing is skipping only works for lists, Ashmita. So what Sai said is a little more accurate, not the correct answer, but a little more accurate. This has its own function. You cannot just print the second line with the read function. The read only lets you print the entire thing or part of the entire thing, but not like skipping and stuff. It's another function called read line. Yeah, it's just read line. Python sometimes.
Oh, then you do like 2 or something, and then reads the second line.
No, because this is character by character. This is not like a list. It's a totally different thing because this is file. It's like its own data type, but no one considers it a data type because it's not a part of Python. It's a part of every code. So this entire it's only the way we open it is part of Python, but this is not a Python data type. It's a universal coding data type. Like right now, I could go like anywhere. I could go to globalhealthorganization.org and I could pull up their data. You guys are not gonna learn that right now because even I don't know the entire thing about that. I've only pulled up from like public domains. Like to pull something from Global Health Organization, it's not a public domain because it's its own organization. I have to get permission from them and then they'll give me their data voluntarily. That's a whole different process and only many companies use that. Like I only used it once because I was working at my dad's internship thing. So yeah. So right now
Wait, I have a question.
yeah.
So our grocery list file will be with us in any REPL thing we go to?
No. Because
Or it
you
will only be with us for
up this file into a domain. And to create a domain, you can't use Python. You need to use HTML. So basically, using Python as a whole, you can never do that without learning HTML and JavaScript and C++. You need all of these languages to complete learning Python. It's not possible to complete learning a language. You can never learn everything in a language, no matter how hard you try, until you learn basically almost all the other languages, the main languages. So I'll just list out some of the main languages. That's Python, C, but now it's C++. They changed it because there's a lot of new more options. So Python, C++, HTML, Java, not JavaScript, just Java. And there's one more that many people don't know, but it's called Git. Git. So Git, Python, Java, and C++, and HTML. You need to know all of these languages to master at least Python. For C++, you're gonna have to learn C++, and this it's an entire network. You need a language to learn another language. So to upload to a domain, I don't think I can teach you guys that because even I don't know C++. I only know HTML, Python, and Java, and only bits of them. Python's the one I know the most. Of course, HTML is easier than Python actually, so you guys should learn that too. So printf.readline. So read line, it lets you read lines one by one. Line 0, nothing, because it's not a line. As I said, this is not a list, this is a string. Line 1 prints up. What happened? Something's wrong. That's weird. It's not supposed to happen. One sec, I'm gonna see what the error is. Just give me a sec. That's so weird. I think I coded somewhere wrong. One sec. Let me look back into my syllabus context book. Where did it go? That's weird. I'm sorry. I'm making mistakes right now. Reading. Yeah, reading. Read. Oh. How did I forget that? Oh god. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm still having problems. Did I? One sec. I'll be back in like a minute. I have to experiment.
Okay.
Oh. Whoops. I think I found out what was the problem. Let me share my screen again. You guys can see my screen, right?
Nope.
Yug, what do you mean? What do you think I did? Yeah, that should have been able to return something. That should be a syntax error though. How did that work on your side? Oh, but you can't just do F and then that. Just talking to Yug with.
Yeah, I tried that. I can send a snip of the output if you want.
No, I know that works, but that's not efficient. it's probably an error, right?
No, there's no error in that.
Wait, what? Why did you do dot read after that? That's not. That's not the. What? No, I think you coded it in a different way. Basically, you found a loophole.
No, I think I.
Yeah, you found a loophole. Wow.
Yeah.
You found a big loophole. But it still says error in my screen. But then again, my screen's just. Yeah, but that prints P. It only prints the second value. There was no use in it though. Can you share your output screen?
Can you say that again?
Can you share your screen? Okay. If you guys look in chat, you'll see what.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Just give
He
me.
found a big loophole, but I don't see any difference though. I just want to see what his output screen looks like, and if it's just loophole, that's bullying me.
So when I run this,
Yeah, it prints P. It prints the second value. But
yeah.
But we can do that by just doing print. Oh. Wait. Oh. Yeah, that only prints the second letter, but we're talking about printing the second line itself. We can do that. Yeah. I thought you found the loophole. I just didn't.
Oh,
I was confused because you did a dot open test and then dot read.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's not. You just didn't read to the entire thing. You're supposed to do a dot open test dot text because that means it only reads every time. What if you want to read an entire line?
Okay.
So you have to do like remove the read and then do print a dot read and then 1 by 2 or something. It won't work because that's not. I actually never found out that loophole was. I don't know where you got that loophole. How did you know the loophole thing?
Last weekend or something, I was searching up files and things like this, and it showed this.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Google search is always the best way to go.
Yep.
But now it's Bing because Bing is better in my opinion. I only got $2 from Bing. Okay, let me show you guys the reading file line thing. After that, I'm gonna have to show you guys the homework. So, reading file line by line. You guys can see my screen, right?
No,
No, it's loading. Well, I mean, it didn't come yet.
I can't even see it.
Oh, weird. I think I have to share each time I share, I have to share it twice. So annoying. You guys can see my screen now? Let's see.
Yep, it's loading now.
It's loading.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see.
So basically, now for reading line by line, there's no way you can select one line to read. So basically, you gotta read the first line and then it prints the second line. If you don't want to print the first line and you just want to print the second line, all you can do is take out the print. So it just reads the first line, and then you can print the second line. If you want to, instead of having to do f.read line 100 times before reading the 101 line, you can use a for loop. So for loops are very useful for that scenario also. So that's another way you can read read line. So right now this should be able to print the second line, which is eggs, as we see in the scenario of the grocery list. So can any of you guys guess what we have to do to print line 5, oven mitts?
Wait, could you go back to the main thing again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
right now this currently prints eggs.
Wait, how does it print eggs? Like,
You're
not like telling it to read which line.
I first tell it to read the first line, then it.
Oh, the first line's eggs?
The first line is apples. So after I tell it to read apples, then it reads the next line when I do read line again.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, so yeah. You have to do read. So if you have 100 line list, 101 line list, and you want to read the 101 line, you have to do f dot read line 100 times before you can read the last one. But you can use the for loop. You don't need to code that much. The only reason you have to do it like this is because Python makes everything simple, but it can't make file handling simple because file handling is its own thing. Thus, Python has to try to make it as simple as possible. And the only way you can do that is by using for loops.
And you're muted.
Yeah, it's good now. So you can find out that print f dot read line is printed too. Right? Any other questions on printing and file handling? If not, I can show you guys the homework. And we can explain. Okay, so now let's move on to homework. Let me stop sharing my screen and reshare my screen. One sec, I'm gonna have to do this twice because Teams is not on my side today. One sec, I'm just opening up class 6 homework. I'm happy I didn't actually make a Word doc for the homework yet, because we're gonna have to do more edits because I was not planning on teaching you guys file handling today. No. Okay. Now you guys should be able to share my screen, although I'm pretty sure it's still loading.
We can't even see it.
It's not even loading yet.
Yeah.
Really? On my side it says it's
Now it's
loading.
loading. Now it's loading.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see it.
One sec, I'm gonna have to. So right now, today, what do we learn? Anyone?
If, else, elif.
Yeah. So what question should I give on if else? Briefly describe if else. All the questions are similar because this is context questions don't matter in my opinion, of course, because it's the coding that matters the most. The entire purpose of context questions is so I can just see if you guys know that you guys paid attention. Wait a second. If else, then we learned, obviously, functions. And finally, I'm just going to leave that to the coding part. So coding, let's see. First, I want you guys to practice if and else, right? The else to ask the user for password. To make
Or could we ask what their favorite color is? Okay.
to make a password type scenario. Favorite color, yeah, but I don't know why you would need is you if allows for that unless you're thinking of something. But use an if else to make a password type scenario. Be creative. Yeah, I don't want to give too much directions on this one. That's one. And then the second one is functions. Do program entirely function called called password. Okay. After you do that, the password. Then just do all of that. And then, make a grocery list file. Grocery list file. It in it. And third line from the file. This is all simple if you guys just paid attention, but you guys should be able to do this. I believe in you. So now that's the homework. Let me stop sharing my screen so I can. Any other questions, like on class overall? Okay, it looks as if no one has any questions. Let me quickly check the chat in case. I'm gonna just put the homework in now, and then we might be able to do a Kahoot or something. The homework 10 minutes after class because I'm also gonna do the tournament announcements and stuff. So make sure you guys practice, and if you want, just stick around for the Kahoot. I didn't make the Kahoot. It's just gonna be random Kahoot, basically.
After class, we'll do the Kahoot.
Kahoot now. So any recommendations on what topic we should do? Let me share my screen.
Bananas.
If class is done, then I'm going to say goodbye because I am going to go make dinner.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to stay. You can leave.
That's
yeah.
okay. Thank you very much for class, though.
Yeah. You're welcome. Bye. Okay.
Maybe
so any recommendations for the Kahoot? Just yell it out.
logos.
What?
Maybe logos.
Logo Kahoot? Yeah, but I don't
Thank
many.
you. I'm gonna leave now.
Okay. Logo
Can we do
Kahoot.
logos? Yeah, I love logos.
Yeah, like guess the logo or something.
Wait, is it like guess the Apple logo, for example?
Basically company logos, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just do those on YouTube.
Oh, logo quizzes. Yeah, they're good.
I love logo quizzes.
Oh no, this is asking me to. Oh, whoops.
It's through Kahoot.com, I think.
Yeah, I have to log in though. Let me just log into my Gmail.
Raghav, the page is still on the login page.
Really?
Yeah,
I
now
know.
it says after login.
Yeah, like it just shows a white page.
White page. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it shows on my screen too.
Okay. Now it's like loading.
It's loading, yeah.
Now it says find me a Kahoot about da da da.
We'll play a short one. I don't want to get too overhead. Wow, even my computers are slow. Okay, 10 questions. 17? That's a little too much. Fine, we can do 17. I'll do them quickly. Ready?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna just. It's loading, sorry. Please put in your name. If I see it? Okay, that's good.
7670. Oh god. Everybody's here, I think. Atharva isn't.
Yeah, X6 Arsalan isn't, I think. I don't think Arsalan is in it.
I think he left. I think he's on hold or something.
It says he's in. Let me pin him. No, he's not on hold. Let me.
Arsalan's here. He's just trying to get in.
I think, yeah. The pin is in the chat.
We just wait for a few more minutes, but I don't think Arsalan's typing in the chat, so I think he's just left his computer. We can just get started. I'll leave the link open though, so he can join in.
Yeah.
Everyone got that right.
That was actually quite.
But it depends on time. So the faster you type, the quicker. This is actually a little easier. But time is precious. Ritik has the highest answer streak of T3.
Oh, I accidentally got the wrong one.
Who did Peacock Engineering?
I don't know. I'm just bad at these.
I thought about if you hurry up, you can beat Ritik. Wow, you guys got that. I thought I'd be the only one because I'm the only one who has an LG phone.
Ha.
Everyone got that right? Oh, that was close. But
No!
NBA has a totally different logo, actually. Oh, Ritik, I'm so sorry. Yeah, this one's easy. I thought I was leading now. That logo is actually a little outdated. They changed it like a month ago. This one's super outdated.
Yeah, I got confused for a second.
Last two questions. I never understood
It
why
feels
that
good to
logo
be
looks like.
last. What was info?
Name the logo not.
What?
See, it says don't lean. Get it?
Oh. Oh my god.
Ottawa came third place? No, I expected him to be first. We took second? Who's first?
Yeah.
Imagine it's me. Uh,
Yeah. And then the Fourth was him, and then fifth was Infiltrator, who I never found out. Who is that guy?
I think he's oh yeah, maybe he's a hacker.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. See you next.
Bye.
Bye.